What's going on, guys? Good. Hey, what? That is your boy, Blazing Man of the Raging Sun, the Blazing Star, aka the God of the Universe, right back with another one. Let's get it, my guys and my girls and my whatnot. We are back once again for another one, for a rather short one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We staying connected. We staying connected, type shit. Which is motherfucking connected to this title, you know what I'm saying? We staying connected. We staying seriously connected. No, seriously, but we staying connected. We staying connected. But before we do anything, let me check my damn quality. Once again, let me check my damn quality. Yeah. Quality check, quality check. Shit takes forever to catch on, quality check. Yeah, we straight. We are straight out of the stuff, my guys and my whatnot. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, my guys and my girls and my whatnot. Like, being emotionally withdrawn is one of the most dangerous things you can possibly be, like, internally speaking. Right? I used to have that issue for a couple... Man, shut your eyes up, second mellow. I used to have that issue for quite some time, I ain't gonna lie. And being emotionally withdrawn often comes from holding on to the past for like a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? Because let's look at what emotionally withdrawn even is. How you even turn to be emotionally withdrawn type shit. You become emotionally withdrawn if you carry too much. Because carrying brings you down. Carrying makes you heavy. Don't get it twisted. We all need to carry, and carry is absolutely vital. Like, you cannot be alive if you don't care to a certain degree, right? But, like everything in life, if you do it too much, it starts to become very dangerous. It starts to become harmful, you know what I'm saying? And this is what carrying too much does, ironically speaking. Because usually if you think about care, you don't think about being detached, being distant, being unmotivated, lethargic, etc, etc, etc. But in all actuality, this is what carrying too much does, man. It's raining like a motherfucker. What the fuck? But this is what carrying too much ends you up. This is how you end up if you carry way too much. Care about what? Care about past experiences. If you care about past experiences or anything, right? Way too much, you start to become very lethargic. You start to become very distant and sluggish, emotionally speaking. You can't get shit done. You lack spark, you lack enjoyment, you lack creativity, you lack motivation. You just cannot do shit, basically. You stay in one place, you start to become a sitting duck. You know what I'm saying? Because life's nature is not designed to be heavy 24/7. What's gone is already gone. And you holding on to what's gone won't bring stuff back anyways, or it won't fix stuff anyways, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I want to talk about for like a couple minutes in this live stream before I dive into some other shit. When you care too much, you don't become close to something. You will end up being much more distant. Keyword care too much. Healthy care is needed in life. You need to care about something to be even here. Otherwise, life wouldn't be a thing if somebody didn't care. If your parents didn't care about you having a baby, you wouldn't be here. It's as simple as that, man. It's as simple as that, man. When your father was like, no, I don't care, I don't want to give you some severe back shots, your mother wouldn't be pregnant and you wouldn't be here. So don't get it twisted. Carrying is absolutely vital. But carrying too much is leading you into a spiral of ruination, which we like to call lethargicness, pretty much. Because care, way too much care, makes something very heavy. And when something is very heavy, even physically speaking, it cannot move. Have you ever seen somebody named Dave Blunts? That motherfucker can't move for shit. He can't move if his life depends on moving, you know what I'm saying? Heavy objects, and we can treat your mind for the sake of simplicity like an object right here. Heavy objects have a very hard time moving. And if you carry your mind in a very heavy way, which is once again linked in carrying way too much, your mind becomes very heavy, you don't start to move, or like you won't move. To say it much more accurate, you won't move in life. You will stay in one place and you will have a hard time progressing. Because even look at physics. I'm no Albert Einstein. I know I'm no physician, but I have common sense. Physical things which are very heavy, which are heavy, pretty much heavy, they have a very hard time moving. You know what I'm saying? And this is a mental principle you need to adapt in your life if you want to avoid being a sitting duck, mentally speaking. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking in parables, I'm talking in metaphors. If you cannot peep my metaphorical language, you are way too rooted in your logical type of brain side anyways. You know what I'm saying? So get out of your goddamn logical brain and start to be a little bit more sentimental, if you want. You know what I'm saying? A little more keen and too much more elusive type of lingo. But anyways, this mental principle needs to be adapted if you want to go anywhere in life. If you want to avoid being some fat ass goddamn spiritual goddamn spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to struggle with this issue a shit ton of times in my past, a couple years ago, growing up, when I was hitting puberty and whatnot. I cared way too much. And I ended up being very distant. I couldn't get shit done, nothing was happening, there was no traction, I had no motivation. No matter where I was, whether it was in school, amongst my friends, inside of my home, I used to be like this 24/7. Detached like a motherfucker. And unironically, you end up being detached if you care way too much, because that care builds a very heavy burden which ain't allowing you to move freely. And this is like something we call resentment, looking to the past, not being able to look forward, not being able to move forward, etc. Somebody who cannot get shit done in their life, if you feel like you've been in the same place over and over again in your life right now, chances are that you still carry heavy burdens from your past. And now you're unable to move on. Maybe you think about how your bitch was, I don't know, cheating on you 10,000 years ago. Maybe you still think excessively how somebody was abusing you in the past 10,000 years ago. Maybe you still think about how you embarrassed yourself when you was, I don't know, having a presentation in school 10,000 years ago. Maybe you think about past scenarios excessively, which will lead you into being a goddamn very detached person. On a negative type of note, because detachment can also be positive, but we will break that down later. But let's just stick into the negative side. Somebody who is very much lethargic, emotionally disconnected, somebody who is very unpresent, for the lack of less accurate words, is somebody who looks into the past way too much. And we all have a past, don't get it twisted, we all have a past. You know what I'm saying? How do they say? Every sinner has a past? Or like every saint has a past? Some shit like that, and everybody has a motherfucking past. So don't get it twisted. Eventually, we all are confronted with coping mechanisms, or like we have to adapt proper coping mechanisms. We have to adapt proper mechanisms to handle our emotions in order to progress. We all have a past, right? I mean, we all experience some shit, right? We all are humans, we all live in the same type of reality, we all experience some shit. Maybe you was experiencing abuse, physical abuse, somebody beating your ass 24/7. So many different things can happen, or so many different things may have happened already, right? So I'm not discrediting the goddamn influence and the goddamn importance or the impact of your past, basically. But we still have to call a spade a spade. We still are all adults. We still are all grown up. We still are all motherfucking capable of fixing our lives. So let's just be real for a second. Let's just express some tough love, if you will. You know what I'm saying? We all need to take care of it, regardless how difficult it is. It's not necessarily easy to face certain things because you make things bigger than what they truly are, to be motherfucking real. But I still understand. We all fall short. I mean, who am I to judge? We all fall short to our quote-unquote past and whatnot. But that's no excuse to keep on being in an excessive loop of being focused on what happened 24/7. Because as I was saying, when you keep on focusing on what was happening 24/7, you can never see anything new. Life goes beyond your past experiences. Like, many people are fucking retarded. I'ma keep it 100, man. Many people are motherfucking retarded. They think, back in high school I used to be the motherfucking nerd who couldn't get any bitches. I guess 10 years from now I still can't get any bitches anymore. Or beyond my stupid ass examples. You know, I like to make stupid examples. Beyond my motherfucking retarded examples. Your past is no indicator on what will be. And you're focusing on what was maybe 5 years ago, let alone a goddamn week ago, 24/7, is goddamn bringing your goddamn spirit into a loop. And I'm saying it's like putting you in a vicious cycle. And if you spin in one cycle, if you got them right with the same cycle over and over again, you become heavier and heavier, mentally speaking. In less elusive lingos for all the logical peeps, for all the Albert Einstein brains under us, if you focus on the past 24/7, you will become resentful. You will become heavy. You will be unable to move on. And this is something you have to take motherfucking serious, you know what I'm saying? And this, life ain't serious, but some things you have to take serious, don't get it twisted. some things you do have to take serious, especially if you are somebody who likes responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you like responsibility, you have to take it serious. From time to time. Funny that I talk about that shit because I'm the most unserious person known to man. I'ma keep it 100, but you know what I'm saying? We all have to stay serious from time to time. Which simply means we all have to take care of our responsibilities. And our first responsibility and our arguably only responsibility besides you having children is your mind. Is your motherfucking mind. Your emotions, your thoughts, etc. What you have inside of you pretty much. This is something you have to take rather seriously without being way too serious. I don't like the word serious, let's just call it involvement. Stay involved, but don't stay serious, because when you stay serious, you'll still make things heavy, once again. And this is something you need to avoid. Heaviness, mentally speaking, as a whole. And I don't want to give you one specific method, because we have 10,000 methods to have your mind a certain way. So just do what works for you. Practice what works for you. If you like listening to music and music makes you feel good, go ahead. If you don't like music but you like reading books and reading books makes you feel light, go ahead. But the whole point of this live stream, before I dive into some other shit, y'all know me, I like to talk about everything. The whole point of me titling this live stream the way it is to avoid nostalgia. Yeah, nostalgia, and you're hearing this from my motherfucking Cancer Rising. I have a whole water drain in my chart, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't like astrology, but you're hearing this from my goddamn Cancer Rising. Avoid serious nostalgia, because looking back into the past and romanticizing things which weren't even that great is a motherfucking spectacular way to ensure that you won't get anywhere soon. I'ma keep it 100, man. That's a very, very spectacular way to make sure that you won't get anywhere soon. Because all you set yourself up to do is wanting to be in a space in which you look back. And now you're unable to get anything new. Trust me, I've been in that type of hell. I've been in that type of mental loop, in which I looked into the past for years and years and years, for like 2 years, 3 years, and I wasn't gaining new experiences. So all that was left for me to do is to isolate myself at home and look at what I previously had, and reminisce on what I previously had, without stepping into life, seeking new experiences, or making new experiences to be exact. You know what I'm saying? Been there, done that, and it's not a pleasant thing. It is not a pleasant thing. Man, you will fuck yourself up if you are in way too much nostalgia. Trust me, I know. You start to become heavy, fatigued, you won't have motivation for anything. I don't like astrology, but even from an astrological POV, this is why Mars is falling into Cancer. When you constantly indulge into your memories, you start to lack motivation to get anything new done. I like to look at memories like a bed, like you lying in your bed and going to sleep. When you lie in that bed, when that blanket is on, you're confined in a little space, which is warm, it feels good, it feels safe, so you don't feel the need to step out, so you don't feel the need to make anything new happen, so you don't feel the need to, I don't know, create new experiences as a whole, because you don't have any motivation if you're just confined in your memories. Memories are a motivation killer, and in so many cases, motivation is something which is stunted by you looking into the past. Looking into the past can be great to remind you that you can do something, that you was able to do something once and now you can do it again. But human beings abuse the power of reminiscing for negative type of reasonings. For instance, when you start to be in a new experience, let's just say you are on a date, you have a fucking date, you're about to meet a bitch. And previously, on your last date, that date went fucking horrible. And now you goddamn project that old memory into a new space. And now you lack motivation, now you lack drive, now you become distant, now you don't have that spark to make that new opportunity into something new, which is goddamn different from what was. So avoid reminiscing, avoid, I don't know, looking back so much. You know what I'm saying? Because this is how you become emotionally detached. Because all you become is somebody who wants to look back. Next thing you know, you are at home, isolating yourself, being in your little bed, being in your little goddamn room, sitting on your couch, thinking and feeling about what once was a reality, without having no drive to start anything new. You know what I'm saying? And this is something you seriously need to avoid. Memories are all fine and dandy, trust me, memories are all fine and dandy. But don't abuse your goddamn memories to the point you start to lose your drive to participate with life. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn bars. Goddamn bars. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn motherfucking bars. Shout out to Lynn Cam, you shot your old man. Peace, peace. Peace. You said unhealthy emotional attachment, right? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Unhealthy emotional attachment. We all need to be connected. Like as I was saying in the very beginning, we all need to be connected. But it's not... It's a question of how you do it. Like Dolo would say, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dolo. It's a question of how you do it. Because we all need to be connected, don't get it twisted. We all need to be connected. Don't be like somebody who's like some Buddhist monk sitting in your home all day, jerking off and doing nothing all day. Just staring holes into the goddamn air, just doing this all day. Nah, man, we all need to be connected. We all need to be connected, don't get it twisted. We all need to be connected. If you're not connected, you end up looking like Steve Hawking, I ain't gonna lie, man. You will end up looking like Steve Hawking, and to just remind you of how Steve Hawking looks, let me pull out the goddamn picture. Steve Hawking. If you lack emotional connection, you will look like motherfucking Steve Hawking. You won't look sexy, man. You will just look stiff as hell. You will look motionless. Keyword, motionless. Motionless. You will have no motion, no bitches, no hairline, no nothing. You will have motherfucking nothing. If you lack emotional connection, you will end up looking like this. I wanna fuck children. You will look like a motherfucking retard. You will look like a motherfucking retard. Enough spotlight. Enough spotlight, Steve. Enough spotlight, Steve, man. You are too ugly to be in the light, man. Like, no audience could adore Steve Hawking, man. He's better off that, man. He's better off that, man. That motherfucking pedophile-ass motherfucker, man. No audience could love Steve Hawking, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Some people are meant to be in the dark, man. Trust me, some people are meant to be in the dark. Some people are meant to not have a voice to talk. Like, God wasn't trying to hear Steve Hawking speak, so he was making sure Steve Hawking couldn't speak. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't need to talk. I'ma keep it 100, man. Some people don't need to be in the light. Some people need to stay in darkness. Some people need to stay in darkness. Talk about darkness. You. I'm fucking retarded, I can't speak, man. I start to be like Steve Hawking, man. Let me stop thinking about Steve Hawking, man. I start to act retarded myself. I start to goddamn lose my ability to speak myself, man. Whoa. Fuck his spirit, man. Fuck his spirit. But anyways, you start to be in the dark. You start to be separate from things when you start to be detached, emotionally speaking. And you always need to be attached to something. And there is no specific something you need to be attached to. And this is where your own creativity comes into place. You know what I'm saying? Your own creativity comes into place when it comes to determining what you need to be emotionally connected to. This is what we call having a life purpose. Making something up which you enjoy, whether it's an activity or whatnot. You need to make something up to enjoy. And this is why you need to be creative. I don't want to say find something, but I want to say create something you truly enjoy and start to be connected to that thing. So you will maintain joy in your life. You will maintain your happiness in your life. Because joy and happiness allows you to stay light. Not light as in this right here, but light as in weight. And ironically speaking, when you are light as a feather, you start to be in the light. You start to be seen. People start to see you. People start to be happy around you. You start to be happy yourself. And it's a positive loop. You know what I'm saying? Being light allows you to be in the light. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not promoting any light worship, no Masonic practices. But you know, you get the drill. You get the motherfucking drill. You get the motherfucking drill, man. You get the motherfucking drill, man. Yeah, we don't like Steve Hawking over here, man. We don't like Steve Hawking, man. Fuck his ass. Fuck his ass, man. I have generational beef with Steve Hawking ever since I'm 14, 13, 12. I don't know why. But now I do know why. Now I do know why. 7 years later, I do know why I had generational beef with Steve Hawking ever since I saw his ass. You know what I'm saying? Now I do know why. Now I do know why. Everything starts to make sense. Everything starts to make sense, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything starts to make sense, my guys, So yeah. The key to avoid emotional detachment, which leads to lethargicness and you not being able to get anything done in your life, is to have healthy emotional connections. You see what I'm saying? Healthy emotional attachments. Some shit like that, man. And this is not necessarily hard to establish. It only gets hard to establish, man. Skip this motherfucking ad. There we go. It only gets hard to establish if you have spent years and years and years into vicious cycles of reminiscing way too much, you know what I'm saying? But don't get discouraged. Just because it feels bad or just because it takes a lot of effort in the beginning. That doesn't mean it is out of reach. Nothing is out of reach, you see what I'm saying? Tenacity is like a very big keyword. Motherfucking tenacity, my guys, my whatnot. So yeah. You pretty much need to unfuck your own spirit. And this is something you can only do yourself by disentangling your memories. Not to say that you need to lose your memories on some dementia type shit. Don't be some goddamn dementia patient. But don't focus on the past way too much, because the past won't bring anything new. And life is all about new experiences. You wake up, a brand new day. 1 hour from now, a brand new experience. 2 minutes from now, you will have a brand new experience. Each second is a very brand new experience. Each breath is a brand new world. So this is how life is supposed to be. Something new, something fresh, something new. You know what I'm saying? And you cannot align yourself with life's nature if you go against life's nature. Duh, like top 10 obvious statements. But you need to practice how life is working in and of itself. You see in life constantly that new things are happening. So you need to align your mind accordingly to not be a fucking cripple. To not be the next Steve Hawking in line. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. Every second, every breath, every instance is something very new. Something very, very new. So this is pretty much underlining the nonsensical behavior of trying to cling on to something of the past. If you don't appreciate the past, you shouldn't dive into your past. Like, your past is still something you can dive into, but make sure to appreciate what was. Even if what was is not something good. Like, if you was experiencing abuse, for an instance. It's very hard to appreciate your past in which you was abused, and I get it. But try to make up creative reasonings on why that experience has led you to see something way greater. So now you make something which was bad good once again, and now you can align yourself with life. Now you can move forward from you being abused. Now you can move forward from you having a very negative past. Thus, you're able to see brand new things, and now you are given grace. You give your own self grace to see something completely new. And this is a privilege, or like a gift everybody has. It's just a question of, do you use it or do you misuse it? You see what I'm saying? What I'm talking about is your memories. Do you abuse your memories or do you use your memories? It's all up to you. And this is where your free will comes into place. And the beauty of life arises in. You know what I'm saying? You are the responsible one. You are the motherfucking chief and commander of this household. You know what I'm saying? You are the chief and commander of this household. You know what I'm saying? And this is your motherfucking gift. This is your motherfucking gift. It's all you're making. Blaming others doesn't work. Blaming Albert Einstein for your mental fuck-ups doesn't work. Trust me, it doesn't. Blaming Steve Hawking for your mental fuck-ups doesn't work. Because why do you follow Steve Hawking? Why do you follow Albert Einstein? You know what I'm saying? It's all based on your decision after all. So there's nothing which sticks as an excuse. No excuse is valid. No excuse is valid, my guys. No excuse is valid. So do your own self a favor and start to disconnect from heaviness. You will start to enjoy life much more, man. You will start to enjoy much more when you're light on the inside. And you have 10,000 tools to be light on the inside. Listen to music. Make some goddamn exercises. Do some exercises. Start to dance. Do whatever the fuck you like. No holds barred. No holds barred. As long as you don't harm yourself, you know what I'm saying? As long as you don't harm yourself, no holds barred. Do what the fuck is pleasing you. Do what the fuck is pleasing you. As I was saying, no holds barred. Don't be like, yo, okay, now I can jerk off 24/7. Jerking off 20,000 times an hour is goddamn harming you. Don't commit self-harm. Keep it light. Keep it light. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. Top 10 play of words. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? No holds barred, my guys and my girls and my whatnot. No holds barred. So yeah. Do as you will. Do as you motherfucking will, my guys and my girls and my whatnot. No holds barred. If y'all haven't, make sure to like the motherfucking live stream, my guys and my girls and my whatnot. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, excuse my nasty ass, man. Excuse my nasty ass. So yeah. To sum it all up, before we dive into some other shit. Being withdrawn is a result of holding on to everything. The weight of the past, of past mistakes rather, won't allow you to act on new things. It's too draining to hold on to the past. So you don't have the energy to goddamn act yourself. Just separating out of lethargicness is no solution. Like, you separating for the sake of separating is no solution. You don't need to run away from things. You don't need to run away. Like, why are you running? You cannot run. Why are you running, man? You cannot run, man. Like, God will ask you, why the fuck are you running, man? Why the fuck are you running? Why the fuck are you running? You running for the sake of running won't do anything good. It won't bring any solutions. So face whatever you're running from. Why the fuck are you even running in the first place? So, don't get it twisted. You need to confront everything inside of you. And just running away out of lethargicness is no goddamn solution. You need to understand what was, it's already over. You only run away from something which already happened, right? And what was, it's already over. Today has nothing to do with yesterday. Get that shit in your motherfucking head, man. You can still change. You can still motherfucking change. Today has nothing to do with what was yesterday. Let alone 10,000 years ago. Let alone 10,000 lifetimes ago. The present is a gift. It is a motherfucking gift. It's called the present for a reason. Because you have the possibility to change. Right? You have the goddamn capacity to change. So it's not too late. So don't die in that type of space. Because death is not necessarily relief. Death is not always relief, because you will come back, spiritually speaking. You will be in another body. Even physically speaking, death is like when things are over. When one scenario is over, that doesn't mean that you are free from that insecurity. Let's just say you are very nervous when it comes to holding a presentation. And now that scenario is over. Don't you think just because your presentation is over that your issue with being nervous amongst other people is resolved? You still have to confront things. The past, or like death, is not always release. Endings are not always releases. Because whatever you have inside of you will carry on. Because you will always be back. New scenarios will always happen. So don't even get it twisted. Endings are no solution. Running away is no solution. Even on a global scale, on a goddamn big scale. Death is no solution. Because when you are alive once again in a new body, same insecurities, same tweaking mechanisms, same problems, same motherfucking problems. So when you, right now, have problems with certain things, when you have, for instance, when you have problems with being social, when you like this, oh, I'm afraid of bitches, when you are alive right now, and you die, and you reincarnate into a goddamn new goddamn body, that insecurity will still carry on. So death, endings, etc., it's not necessarily always a relief, because whatever you have on the inside will still carry on. My guys and my girls and my whatnot, your children will always run back home. Your children are like your goddamn emotions. And your children will always come back to you. Daddy, daddy, don't run away from me. Be a motherfucking good father. Do not run away from your children. Why the fuck is it thunderstorming outside in the middle of the goddamn night? What the fuck? But anyways. Be a good father. You can't run away from your emotions, because your emotions will always knock on your door. Daddy, daddy, let me in, let me in, let me in. So don't even get it twisted. Face whatever you have on the inside, because it won't go anywhere soon. You cannot outrun who you truly are, my guys and my girls and my women. You cannot outrun who you truly are. Even if you would be as fast as Usain Bolt himself, you still won't be fast enough to outrun yourself. Trust me, I'm fast as hell, man. I'm fast as hell. Your boy's athletic as hell, man. Trust me. I'm able to run 100 meters in about 11 seconds, which is motherfucking amazing. But I'm still not fast enough to outrun my emotions, because this is something you cannot outrun. How can you outrun something which is deeply inside of you? It doesn't work. It's not working. It's not working. Ooh, it's not working. One life is shoving a dick inside of your ass. You cannot ignore that shit. You have to face it. And you have to push life away. To avoid being mentally raped, you know what I'm saying? When life is fucking the shit out of you, you just cannot ignore that shit. When life is shoving a dick 10,000 inches deep inside of your fucking asshole, you just cannot ignore that shit. You have to do something about it. You have to face it. You have to motherfucking face it. So don't get it twisted. You always have to face things. You always have to take responsibility and accountability. You know what I'm saying? So do yourself a favor. Help your life. And face your goddamn own emotions before you start to dive into unhealthy coping mechanisms. And talking about helping out life. Y'all help out my life and like the motherfucking live stream. What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? God damn. Don't get it twisted, man. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. You just can't outrun life. Even if you're as fast as me, man. Even if you're able to run 100 meters in 11 seconds, you still are not fast enough to outrun life. Nobody gets away with nothing. You might think you're doing goddamn weird things and you think you're getting away with your goddamn mischievous ass activities. But you still won't get away with shit. Because you always have it coming. You always have it coming like a motherfucking whore. Like a motherfucking hoe. You will always have it coming. You will always have some shit coming right inside of your face, man. You know what I'm saying? You will always have it coming. Life cannot be outrun. It just motherfucking can't, my guys, my girls, my whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You always have it coming. Whatever you do is undeniable. You can lie about your thoughts. You can lie when you talk to somebody. You can lie when you express yourself. But what you do? There is no lying about what you do. What you do is undeniable. And when you do bad things, best believe, bad things will come back to you. You know what I'm saying? On some karma type shit. On some motherfucking karma type shit. You know what I'm saying? But without being too much into goddamn East Asian, Indian, goddamn spiritual systems on some chicken tikka masala type shit, there is a such thing as actions and reactions. When you do something, there will always be a consequence. So always have accountability. For as you cannot run away from shit. You can lie to people, you can lie to yourself, but your actions are your actions. Your actions are like damn near set in stone. You know what I'm saying? You cannot lie about your actions. You just motherfucking can't. Anything will get exposed, man. Everything will get exposed. You can't lie about shit. Trust me, you cannot lie about shit, man. So it's better to be honest right away before you start to look like a motherfucking fool. Before you start to be like, oh guys, I was lying, I wasn't actually like this. You know what I'm saying? Before you start looking like a fool, be honest up front. Now you avoid looking like a motherfucking asshole. Now you avoid embarrassing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't have to explain yourself 10,000 times when you are honest up front. You know what I'm saying? When you are honest up front, you don't have to worry about staying clean, mentally speaking, because your image is already clean when you start to stay honest. It's like prevention on the highest degree. It's like prevention on the highest degree. You're always fucking, you're always creating something, you're always, I guess, having sex with yourself on no diddy, no weird shit. So it's better to have protected sex with yourself. It's better to create good things for yourself. So protect your own self or you fuck your own self. You always fuck your own self. You're always creative within your own self. Right? So it's always good to have protection. You know what I'm saying? No diddy type shit. So the best way to protect yourself inside of yourself is to create good things up front. That just means having morality while you create things. That just means having goddamn honor, morality, and fairness when you start to make up your mind. With no ulterior motives, you know what I'm saying? Prevention is the best way to avoid a goddamn mistake. And I wish many parents would think like that too. Prevention is the best way to avoid goddamn mistakes. Now I'm saying, we need more protective sex in this world, man. We have so many retards in this world, it is motherfucking crazy. Ain't it crazy how everybody is able to have a child? Like, just anybody's able to have a child. Some motherfucking retard who can't even count 1 plus 1 together is able to have a whole child. That shit should be illegal, man. Why is everything so accessible to retards, man? Everybody's able to have a phone, everybody can be a YouTuber, everybody can create a whole child. Ain't that a problem? I think that's a severe problem if you ask me, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, man. I think that's a severe problem. Do you know what else is a severe problem? I need to piss very badly. So give me about 1 minute, I'll be right back. I need to piss like a motherfucker. Be right back, guys. Yeah, yes sir. Now I feel much lighter, every pun intended, you know what I'm saying? Life is all about keeping your own self light. Stressing too much leads to physical sickness. Trust me, been there, done that too. Been there, done that too, man. Trust me, been there, done that too, man. Everything I talk about, I already did that shit. Including mistakes, man. One thing about being wise, don't get it twisted. Somebody who has wisdom is not born smart. Somebody with wisdom has wisdom because they was retarded all their life. Trust me. It sounds contradictory, but it is like that, man. I'm wise. Not because I was born smart. Well, I was, I ain't gonna lie. I was. But anyways. Usually wisdom is acquired by a person who has been a fool countless amount of times. Wisdom is no exclusive substance which is only available to smart people. Because a fool is actually having way more potential when it comes to becoming wise than anybody else. Because mistakes are everything. Mistakes are grandiose. Mistakes are beautiful, man. And I'm not talking about people. Some people are mistakes. Some people don't need to be alive. And I don't promote suicide. Okay, listen. Some people don't need to be alive because some people are fucked up. But I'm not talking about people when I talk about mistakes. Mistakes, as far as experiences, are everything. They are motherfucking everything you need. They teach you anything. Way more than some white man online with no hairline. Way more than somebody with a hairline which is pushed further back than Pluto online, man. Trust me, trust me. Mistakes teach you anything and everything. You know what I'm saying? So, wisdom is acquired by him or her who has been a fool all their life. You see what I'm saying? This is why people make allegories like God only comes to people who are broken. It's not because God exists, it's because they were pointing to this right here, what I'm talking about. They were pointing to this exact goddamn thing right here. Quote unquote God is only coming to those who are broken. Because those who make mistakes over and over and over and over again are the fastest to learn, are the fastest to see quote unquote truth. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So few words of encouragement. If you yourself are a fuck up, trust me, I'm a fuck up myself. No, I'm not. Who am I fooling, man? Yeah, boy's perfect. Who am I fooling? Who am I fooling, man? I'm not fucking perfect, man. I do got that shit on, man. Who am I fooling, man? Who am I fooling? But to anybody who feels like a fuck up, don't get discouraged. Because you fucking up is your golden ticket to wisdom. Your own mistakes teach you way more than somebody who looks like this right here. Give me a sec. Your own mistakes teach you way more than somebody who looks like this right here. People are learning from people who look like him. So fucking retards, man. Looking like his parents were goddamn siblings. What the fuck? Man, my boy looks geeked as fuck, man. What the fuck? He looks geeked as hell. This is who people learn from. People who look geeked as fuck, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Your own mistakes teach you way more than any crippled ass man from Europe could ever do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So before you listen to white people, not white people as in your next door neighbors, but goddamn weird ass philosophers. Before you listen to philosophers, scientists who look extremely questionable, learn from your own mistakes. Because your own mistakes, listen, your own mistakes are custom made to you. They are pretty much the perfect lesson, shaped exactly for you. Just perfectly. For you to see what you need to see. Your mistakes are exactly to the highest degree, to the most accurate degree, what you need to learn. You know what I'm saying? So, don't even listen to people. Listen to your own mistakes. You know what I'm saying? The key is in your own mistakes, and we all make mistakes, some more than others. Some people only make few mistakes, because they already learned. Yeah, shit, I'm saying? But don't get it twisted. Mistakes are perfect teachers. Mistakes are like perfect when it comes to learning from your mistakes. I meant to say your mistakes are like everything you need to learn from. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, do yourself a favor and listen to your own life experiences. It's the best thing you can do, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lynn, you said experience is the best teacher. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You already know, man. You already know, man. You already understand. You already understand. You already understand. Experience is custom made because your experience is teaching exactly what you need to learn, right? When you listen to somebody else, it gets very fluky and very vague. But when you listen to your own experience, there is no doubt. This is like the first-hand knowledge. The exact thing you need to see, you see what I'm saying? Anything else is kind of wishy-washy and inaccurate, but your mistakes are extremely accurate. Yeah, I know what I'm saying? So yeah. Just get your motherfucking mind right. It's not that hard, man. Just get your motherfucking mind right. It is not that hard. It's really not that hard, man. It's really not that hard. It's only as hard as you make it to be. You know saying? How late is it? We go for 4 more minutes. 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 The past is no indicator on what will be. Absolutely not, man. Life goes beyond your imagination. You might be focused on one specific thing, but that specific thing might not even happen twice again, let alone once. You know what I'm saying? So just learn from your own goddamn mind. I meant to say don't learn from your own mind, because your mind is set limitations, and you cannot go beyond your imagination. So don't even focus on your own mind way too much 24/7. As in your goddamn limitations, because your mind is a goddamn bias after all. Your mind might set you up to only see a specific thing, but life goes beyond limited type of focuses. Expand your focus is all I'm saying. That's all I'm really saying. Man, who the fuck is... Oh my god, give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. God damn, man, what the fuck? The moment I go live, I start to become Michael Jackson. Everybody starts to call me, text me and whatnot. It never fails. The whole day my phone was dead as hell. I make one live, so all of a sudden I'm Michael Jackson. All of a sudden I'm the god of the universe for real, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Leave me alone. Leave me alone, please. Holy shit, please. But I get it, man, I get it, man. When you are somebody spiritually speaking, it's almost inevitable to have more responsibility. It happens one way or another, you know what I'm saying? When you start to be somebody, you will start to have more responsibility because you're able to handle more, you know what I'm saying? You're able to handle a lot, man. You're able to handle much more, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a big person is able to handle more. And when you become a bigger person, you're able to see more, you're able to take care of more, you know what I'm saying? And you need to take care of more. You need to see more, you see what I'm saying? So yeah, don't get it twisted. Take responsibility. We go for 1 more minute. Yeah, if you haven't liked the motherfucking live stream. If you haven't liked the motherfucking live stream, right the fuck no, man. Right the fuck no. Right the fuck no. Right the fuck no, my guys and my girls and my whatnot. The fuck is we talking about? The fuck is we talking about? Like the motherfucking live stream, right the fuck no. Right the fuck no, man. Right the fuck no, man. Life is all about staying alive. It's all about staying alive. And I'm not talking about some Jesus illumination type shit. I'm not talking about some Jesus illumination type shit. I'm talking about light as in you not being depressed as hell 24/7. I don't want to repeat myself. You just watch my damn live stream. You just watch my live stream. You just watch my damn live stream. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to repeat myself. You shouldn't repeat yourself. And you all know about the apologies or like explanations. That's something my brother used to tell me 10,000 years ago. My older brother. You all know about the apologies or like explanations. What you do is what you do. And you don't all know about the explanation. You know what I'm saying? You just motherfucking don't. Because who the fuck are you? Nah, what you doing? What are you doing? Nobody's able to have like the justification or the right to be in your life that intensely. You know what I'm saying? You should always keep yourself clean. Some people don't need to be in your life. I'ma keep it 100, man. Some people don't need to be in your life. I'ma keep it 100. I'ma keep it 1,000. I'ma keep it 1,000,000, man. Some motherfuckers just don't need to be in your space. So, don't be afraid to set boundaries. And you already should do that shit. It's not something you need to learn, man. You know what to do. You just need to do it. You don't need to learn life. You don't need to go to school, listen to some white dude with no hairline, and all of a sudden you know something you wasn't knowing before. You always know what to do, right? You always know what to do. You just don't do it because you're fucking retarded. There's no other explanation. You just don't do it because you're retarded. Because if you know and you don't do it, no explanation, you're retarded. No explanation. Like, what you mean you know and you don't do? Man, you ain't shit at that point. You ain't shit at that point. Be real enough to acknowledge your own mishaps. Because some people walk around with an ego without even being justified to have an ego. Oh, I'm the greatest thing ever. But when you look at their life, they don't even brush their teeth regularly. But when you peep their life, they don't even have proper hygiene. They don't even have a goddamn job, you know what I'm saying? Some people have egos, why they should be ashamed of themselves, you know what I'm saying? I think the world would be a greater place if a lot more people would be ashamed of themselves. I'ma keep it 100, man. Hence I stay a bully. Hence I stay a motherfucking bully in real life when I go live, and hence I stay a motherfucking bully, man. Know what I'm saying? Some people need to be bullied. Some people need to be ashamed. Because if they keep on being prideful, if they keep on being unbothered, all hell would break loose. And I'm getting a call right now once again. Yeah, give me 2 minutes. What the fuck? Who is calling me? Motherfucking hell, man. What the fuck? If I get one more call, I swear, man. What the fuck? I'm turning into a motherfucking call center. How do I look like? Indian? I'm no fucking call center. What the fuck? I'm no goddamn hotline, man. What the fuck? I'm no hotline bling Drake face ass motherfucking central. What the fuck? But it's alright. We go for a couple more minutes anyways. We go for 2 more minutes. If you haven't liked the motherfucking live stream. But as I was saying, you don't owe anybody an explanation. You just motherfucking don't. You just don't owe anybody an explanation because nobody is that important to be in your life like that. Some people have no life, so all they're doing is clinging on to other people. You know what I'm saying? On some retard shit. On some motherfucking retard shit. When somebody has no life, they start to cling on to people who have a life. It never fails. It never motherfucking fails. So don't get it twisted. Somebody who's deeply, deeply invested into your life is somebody who has nothing going on. Somebody who has got nothing going on, man. So don't get it twisted. And you need to set your boundaries. But you already know that shit. You just don't do it. Because you're retarded. So yeah. If you haven't liked the motherfucking live stream, and I think we out. You know what I'm saying? It's been your boy Blazing Metal, the Raging Sun, the Raging Star, and I see you guys soon enough, man. As I was saying, if you haven't liked the motherfucking live stream, what the fuck? Like, it costs nothing. Trust me, it costs nothing. It costs nothing. It just costs this motion right here, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I appreciate y'all. See you guys soon enough. Shout out to Lynn Cammy and everybody who's been watching. And I hope to see you guys soon enough. Peace out, y'all. Peace out.